Hello students, this is Miss Dalton, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Desmos to do regression, and specifically for this assignment we're going to need to do exponential regression. So I'm going to use the table that we have in the notes. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to click this plus sign right here, and then you want to do the table. Now you can actually copy and paste a table from Excel, and when you do that, then it will automatically make your window match the data from your table. However, we don't have it typed into Excel, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, I'm going to minimize this so that we can see it a little bit better. Give me just a minute. All right, so now we can see this table, and this table just comes straight from our notes. So what you want to do is you want to enter the X values and the Y values. Let's see, move this down a little bit more. Okay, you want to enter the X and the Y values from our table. So I'm just going to enter 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then for the Y values, I'll enter those Y values: 10, 6.0, 5.4, 3.9, 3.7, 2.3, 1.4, 1.0, 0.9, 0.8, and then 0.5. All right, so let's see. Okay, so let me go ahead and I'm going to delete this last one here. I accidentally typed in 11. All right, so when you look here, now we can see our data points right here, and you can see that it does resemble an exponential decay model. We can also move this over so that we can see it a little bit better, but now we're going to actually try and get the exponential decay equation. So we're going to do this using regression. Now what you want to do first is I'm going to show you on the keypad on Desmos. So the very first thing we want to do is we want to show this Y1. So we're going to take all those Y1 values. In order to do that, we have to click Y and then 1. Now we're not going to do equals, we're going to do this approximation symbol, which is this little tilde right here. It's like a little squiggle line. That's what you want to use anytime you're doing regression. Now, if we remember what the exponential regression formula looks like, we do A, and then we're going to go back to the 1, 2, 3, and we're going to click times. Then we want to go back to the ABC, and we want to pick up B. And then we need to go back to the 1, 2, 3, and this time we're going to raise it up to the X power. Well, this A to the B allows you to enter an exponent, so we're going to click that button, and then we're just going to type in the X. And so what that does now, oh, I'm sorry, it also needs to be X1 because we're taking the X values from our equation, and that is our X1 right there. Okay, so when we look at this equation now, we can see that they're telling us what the A value is and what the B value is. Here they tell us that the A value is 9.46346, and then the B value is 0.74636, and that's all based on this data that we put into this table. And you can see that it's gone over here and it's graphed it, and it's doing a pretty good job of matching that data. So that is your exponential function. Okay, now let's say we want to make a prediction. So let's say we want to take this equation that they just gave us, and now we want to make it a prediction. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and we're going to actually type in Y equals now, because now we're going to actually use that A and the B that we just got in the previous function. We're still going to use the A and then the times B, and then we're going to raise it up to the X power. What that does is it takes the A and the B in the previous line right there, and it uses it in this equation, which is what we want it to do, so that we can make a good prediction based on that model. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go up here and you're going to click this settings wheel. And we want to go to this third line right here where it says a times b to the x, and we want to look at it as a table. So we're going to convert to a table. Now what this does is it takes that equation and it actually makes some predictions. We can actually type in what we want to predict. So let's say, here's our table. Let's say I want to predict it in the year 20, or sorry, when x is 20. Well, then I can just change this -2 to a 20. And look, it automatically adapts and gives me that y value right there. Isn't that cool? So this is a really good way to do exponential regression, especially if you don't have that graphing calculator. And remember that Desmos works whether you have Wi-Fi or not. So on your Chromebook, you should be able to access Desmos just by logging in to your Chromebook, but you don't have to go, you don't have to use the Wi-Fi. It works without it. So this is an excellent option if you don't have that graphing calculator. All right, so I hope that was helpful. You know, please reach out to your teacher if you need more help.